Okay, so Survivor Series is come and gone, and CM Punk is back in the WWE. This could be a move that proves that it was the AEW culture, not Punk himself, that led to him getting fired, or it could prove that Punk is a toxic influence across the board, and Tony was right to justifiably give him a pink slip. All I'm saying is, Endeavor and Triple H are really rolling the dice with this. The question is what to do with him. On the one hand, you could put him on Raw and have him challenge Seth Rollins for either Stupid Showdown, aka the Saudi show that's going to happen, I believe, on January the 6th of 2024, mostly to compete with the Japanese shows that are happening that same week. Noah the New Year on January the 2nd, and of course, Wrestle Kingdom 18 and New Year's Dash on January 4th and 5th, respectively. Because there is some justifiable and legit beef that both Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre have towards CM Punk, a man who has not been in the company for almost 10 years. But personally, while that idea sounds good, I don't like it. What should be done, at least in my view, is put Punk over on SmackDown. And why do I say put him on SmackDown? Well, let's say Roman Reigns decides to come back for a short stint. Like, let's say end of December, the end of December, leading into Super Showdown, and then by proxy, the Royal Rumble. What can you do with Punk over that 6-week stretch leading into the Royal Rumble? It's simple. Have him constantly come out, call out the tribal chief, and get surrounded by the bloodline. However, this is where Punk's mic skills come in. He goes in for the kill. And why do I say this? Because who knows who knows better than anyone aside from Brock Lesnar how much of a conniving, double crossing, self serving parasite Paul Heyman is better than CM Punk. And unlike Brock, who's hit or miss on the mic, whose mic skills, and anyone could agree with me on this, are hit or miss at best, Punk would hit the nail right on the fucking head. And what would that do? It's simple. Plant a seed of doubt towards Heyman in Roman's mind. Because we all know that sooner or later, probably WrestleMania at the soonest, Heyman is going to double cross Roman. Heyman is going to double cross Roman. For week after week, Roman is going to hear the same spiel from Punk. However, a lot of it's valid. And he'll start to question himself. And while Heyman will continue to grovel and say that Punk is trying to pit you and me, you against me, pit us against one another, Jimmy Uso, on the other hand, will start contemplating. Maybe Punk's right. Duh. Spoiler, Jimmy, he is right. Ultimately, just to prove his point, to try to prove his point that he can beat Punk. This will get under the tribal chief's skin so much that he'll even that for this situation he'll make an exception. He doesn't want Heyman, he doesn't want Jimmy, and he doesn't want Solo getting involved in his match at the Royal Rumble, just to prove not just to the WWE universe but to himself that he can win clean. Granted, he's already proven that he can retain the title cleanly. Case in point, John Cena SummerSlam 2021. However, this is what Punk wants. Now, do I think Punk will win at the Royal Rumble on January 27th against Roman Reigns if they go this direction? No, I don't. But will he have planted that seed of doubt in Roman's mind? Because let's face it, Roman's biggest weakness is his arrogance. I mean, during this title reign, has been his arrogance, and it's led to an insecurity complex that requires the rest of the bloodline to constantly get involved in his matches. I mean, I know that's part of booking a heel champion, but it gets redundant if done too long and left to sit and age like like old milk. I mean, this is why I like Gunther's run with the Intercontinental title over Roman's run with the Universal. I.e., Gunther doesn't usually have, in 9 out of 10 of his title matches, Gunther doesn't need Imperium to back him up to hold on to the gold. He lets his wrestling skills and his brute strength do the talking. Roman, on the other hand, you only see that in 1, 2 out of 10 title matches at best from him. But anyway, once that seed of doubt and paranoia is planted in Roman's head, he's going to start lashing out. Jimmy and Solo will get fired by the Elimination Chamber or at the soonest, WrestleMania at the latest. It all comes to a head, at least in my view, at WrestleMania. Starting with Jimmy versus Jay in a South Philly street fight, where Jay gets the W over Jimmy. Roman, not happy with this, starts to bludgeon and flog Jimmy as punishment for failing him and trying to bring Jay back into the fold. This backfires as both Jay and Solo come to Jimmy's aid, leaving Roman all alone for WrestleMania against Cody. And that is when Heyman finally pulls the trigger and proves Punk right. When he screws over Roman in Philadelphia and then clings to Cody like the saint level of a leech. Maybe just as bad, if not worse, than what he did with Roman. But who knows? That's the path of a story that I want the WWE to go, but I know it's the road they're not going to travel. That they're not going to travel. Roman will be gone for 6 months if this happens. For about 4 to 6 months if this happens. He'll come back, ask the WWE Universe for forgiveness, and then swear to cut the cancer that is Paul Heyman. Even if it means he has to go through hell and back to get his hands on Cody and get the belt back. And then he'll truly earn the people's acknowledgement of their own volition, not through force. Because fear ends up turn around and biting you in the ass. Respect lasts you a lifetime. A lesson that, in my view, Roman's going to learn sooner or later. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on what direction the WWE should go with Punk, as opposed to the direction they are going to go with him. Leave a comment, smash a like, and sub to the channel. This is Mets2128 signing out. Goodbye, and good fine effing night. Bang.